Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing Gundam Battle Operation 2. So this is a bit of old footage that I have. The game is still in Japanese at this point, but if you'll excuse me, it's still the same video game. So what we have here is the Gym Cold Climate type, which is a gym with a really nice machine gun. So this is actually a 300 cost match, and the level 1 Gym Cold Climate is actually at 250, so it's actually slightly outclassed at this rating, but I managed to, kind of hold my own. It is quite difficult, but so the Gym Cold Climate is actually really interesting. So it has extremely high burst damage with this weapon, but it's actually kind of a hard mobile suit to use, but you'll see here that it can do some really interesting things. Oh, can you just hear how fast that machine gun is? It's lovely. I just wish it had a higher magazine capacity. But essentially, this is the machine gun with the fastest rate of fire in the entire game, and it can do some serious damage. So this machine gun has a grenade launcher on it. It has one shell in there, so you can actually stun to combo into the machine gun and get quite a bit of damage in. So from my experience, I'm not sure if the machine gun part of the machine gun actually has any stun to it. I can't seem to stagger any enemies with the machine gun itself. But the grenade launcher does fine. It has quite a bit of reload time on the grenade, and the magazine for the machine gun takes a while to reload as well. So you'll find that oftentimes you are basically not going to have any long-range munitions for this mobile suit, so you're going to have to really get used to dodging or using your beam saber. Fortunately, the Gym Cold Climate is actually a fairly nimble mobile suit, and it actually has balancer, so it can melee right out of a boost. Okay, I managed to score a kill on that guy, but I got a little blindsided. Yeah, I think I managed to do a lot of damage before I got taken out. Yeah, so at this cost range, you're going to be seeing Gym Sniper Customs running around, and more importantly, Gym Commands. So the Gym Command is, it pretty much dominates this class range, and it is really difficult to fight, especially because it has that very large shield, it can dodge roll, and it has a double melee swing, and generally it's gonna be able to stun lock the Gym Cold Climate, because the Gym Cold Climate, it cannot dodge roll. But weirdly enough, you'll see this right here, it actually has maneuver armor, which means that it can absorb some stun attacks while it's boosting. It doesn't really work for everything, and sometimes there's some lag differences, but it can kind of save you in a pinch, even though you're still taking that damage. Yeah, so with this gym, I find that you have to be very careful with positioning, and you have to be very accurate, because as you can see from this machine gun, it basically has no aim assist at all, and you really have to be on target if you're going to land all of your shots. And the fact that the rate of fire is so fast means that if you miss, you're going to be missing a lot of bullets, so you really have to make your shots count. Okay, I am getting shredded apart. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with my team, but we seem to be having some trouble holding a defensive line. So I am almost dead, so I went I just backed off and decided to lay an airstrike on the enemy. Yeah, so I do like that this gym is very mobile. I think when it was first put into production by the Federation, it was supposed to be a Dom killer, so it's supposedly really fast, and its machine gun does a lot of damage, which I think they did a pretty good job of portraying that in this game. Yeah, so this gym, it is pretty challenging to use. I would say it's kind of hard to put on a team unless you have a lot of people who are there who can help you stun lock the enemy, because it doesn't really have a lot of stopping power on its own. And you're going to have to rely a lot on maybe using your Vulcan and your Beam Saber in addition to your main weapons. Okay, so that gym sniper is using a hyper bazooka, so I think the enemy team just has a lot more stopping power than we do. So even though we have the lead in points, our team is getting pushed back in terms of territory. And our gym command just ran off by himself and is kind of surrounded right now. And I'm trying to hold the line with no stopping power. And they just dropped an artillery strike on my head. Which is honestly a pretty good choice because we're, like my team, we're just kind of stuck in the same place trying to hold the enemy back. Okay, respawn back in. Looks like this gym command is harassing our support, so I'm going to try to hold them off for a little bit. Okay, and I am just trying to keep him still. Okay, I think maybe using a neutral attack might have been a better choice because the Zaku cannon would have been able to get up and finish him off for me instead. Yeah, but since I down slashed him, he got his invincibility frames and he just lived for like an extra 10 seconds for no reason. Oh well. Yeah, so the fact that the machine gun doesn't really have aim assist, I'm kind of curious as to how this mobile suit would perform if it had the AD DSL custom part on it. So that part actually, I think it increases the aim box of your aim assist. So I should really check out how that works. Yeah, and this is just a level 1 cold climate, so I'm wondering like how it performs at higher levels. I imagine it'd be pretty fun. And this mobile suit is a complete nightmare for assault type mobile suits due to the type advantage. Although I haven't had the fortune of actually fighting any assault types in this cold climate yet. And that's sort of because, it's at 250 cost, and at this range there are gym commands, and they absolutely dominate the field. So it's going to be... I think people actually avoid using assault types at around this cost range because of, the gym commands being such a nightmare. So we'll see if I can get into a situation where I can fight some assaults. Alright, so I was getting harassed pretty badly at the end, but it looks like my team took the match for reasons I don't really understand. Yeah, but we had about a little less than a 3,000 point lead, and I did most of the things. And yeah, my team, even though we did better in score, our formation was really strange. And I didn't know our regular gym, he was using a beam spray gun. So that was making focusing fire with the team a little difficult because we didn't really have as much stopping power as the gym cold climate kind of needs. But yeah, so that match went pretty okay, and I actually like the gym cold climate quite a bit. I just need to get more practice in with it. And yeah, that machine gun is really awesome. It's just kind of challenging to use. But anyway, guys, that's it for my thoughts on the gym cold climate. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.